What's up? I'm DJ Stickboy, and I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to fix Apex Legends. If you don't already, subscribe to the channel. Push the like button. Okay, push it. Just do that. And let me know any other questions you want to ask ChatGPT about Apex Legends. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I have a list of questions that I want ChatGPT to answer in relationship to fixing Apex Legends. All right, the first of which is, how would you fix audio in Apex Legends? Okay, we got it. That's a pretty lengthy response. All right, so ChatGPT asking about audio, responding to my audio question. If you're experiencing audio issues in Apex Legends, here's a few things you could try to fix it. Update your audio drivers. Outdated or corrupted audio drivers can cause audio problems in Apex Legends. You can update your audio drivers by going to the manufacturer's website and downloading the latest drivers for your device. Check in-game audio settings. Make sure the in-game audio settings are configured correctly, and go to the audio tab on the settings menu and check that the master volume and individual volume settings are set appropriately. Restart the game. Sometimes simply restarting the game can fix audio issues. Check your hardware. Make sure your headphones, speakers, or other audio devices are plugged in correctly and functioning properly. You can try plugging your device into a different port to see if that helps. Okay? Verify game files. If the above steps don't work, you can try verifying the game files in Origin or Steam. This will ensure that any corrupt or missing files are repaired. Reinstall the game if all else fails. Try reinstalling Apex Legends. This will ensure that all files are in their correct state and may help resolve any issues that you're experiencing. Hopefully one of these steps will help you fix the audio issues you're experiencing in Apex Legends. Okay, so we've just found out that ChatGPT is a dev for Apex Legends. Who would have thought? All right, we didn't really get an answer there, so let's ask it a few other questions. How would you stop dead slides in Apex Legends? All right, dead slides in Apex Legends refer to a bug where your character's movement slows down or stops altogether, making it difficult to move around the map. Here are a few things you could try to stop dead slides in Apex Legends. Use a different character. Some players have reported that dead slides occur more frequently with certain characters. If you're experiencing dead slides with one particular character, try switching to a different character to see if that resolves the issue. Check your internet connection. Dead slides can be caused by network lag or connection issues. Make sure your internet connection is stable and has a low ping time. You can also try resetting your modem and router or connecting to a different network. Lower your graphics head. Dead slides can also be caused by high graphics settings, which cause your game to lag. Try lowering your graphics settings to see if that resolves the issue. Repair or reinstall the game. Dead slides can be installed. Okay, so this is going to be a theme, no matter what. Fucking reinstall the game to fix your dead slides. Okay, season 16, we've been dead sliding for 16 seasons. It doesn't matter. Contact customer support. If none of the above steps work, you can contact customer support for Apex. Is this hideouts? Do we contact hideouts? They may be able to provide additional troubleshooting steps or assist you in resolving the issue. It's important to note that dead slides can be caused by a variety of factors, so it may take some trial and error to find the solution that works for you. Okay. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty. The nitty-gritty. How should the development team at Respawn adjust scan characters in Apex Legends. So ChatGPT states, as an AI language model, I do not have access to the development team at Respawn, but I can provide some suggestions on how they could potentially adjust scan characters in Apex Legends. Balance the scan ability is number one. The scan ability is a powerful tool that can reveal enemy positions and traps. However, it can also be frustrating for players who are caught off guard by it. Respawn could adjust the scan ability to make it less powerful or have a longer cooldown, so it's not overused or abused. Pretty fair point. Adjust the range and duration of the scan. The range and duration of the scan can significantly impact gameplay. Respawn could adjust the range and duration of the scan to make it more balanced and fair for all players. Cool. Make the scan ability more counterable. What an interesting take by ChatGPT. I have never thought of this. I've thought of the first two, but I have not thought about this. Let's see what it has to say. Make the scan ability more counterable. Currently, there are limited ways to counter the scan ability in Apex Legends. Respawn could introduce new items or abilities that can counter the scan ability, making it more balanced and adding more strategic depth to the gameplay. What the heck? This is an amazing suggestion. Might be the best suggestion in the world by response to Scan Legends. Counter it. That's amazing. Imagine a new character that counters, like its ability counters scan. Oh my god, that would be such an amazing ad by the dev team. Guaranteed, that would be amazing. Okay, the fourth suggestion here is something I definitely disagree with, just from seeing the beginning of it, but add more scan characters with different abilities. Currently, there are only a few characters in Apex Legends with scan abilities. Respawn could introduce more characters with different scan abilities to keep gameplay fresh and exciting. Okay, so I mean, I don't agree with that necessarily, but this is an AI language model, so guess what? We're gonna be, dealing with that. But it's an interesting suggestion. I don't know if adding more scan characters would help the issue, but it could maybe if there were like movement scan characters with like more individualized scans instead of team scans. But we'll move on from there. Monitor and adjust as necessary. Respawn should continually monitor the performance and balance of scan characters in Apex Legends and adjust them as necessary. This will help keep the game fair and enjoyable for all players. Ultimately, the development team at Respawn will need to balance the scan ability in a way that feels fair and enjoyable for all players, while still allowing scan characters to be powerful and effective within the game. I like that response, because I know that there's so many audio issues within Apex Legends, and I know that scan characters are there to sort of make up for the fact that sometimes there's audio clutter, and that there has to be characters that sort of counteract that because of the overall audio clutter issue. Quick side note before we ask ChatGPT another question about fixing Apex. A lot of people complain about visual clutter. Not enough people talk about audio clutter in this game. Audio clutter is a predominant reason why you get no audio in a game. That's my belief. Let's ask it another question. Let's ask the ChatGPT another question. Speaking of which, what should the development team at Respawn do to fix visual clutter? As an AI language model, I don't have direct access. This is the same thing. They could implement okay, so we get the same thing. Is that it states that I don't have direct access to the development team at Respawn. But here are some potential solutions they could implement to fix visual clutter in Apex Legends. Reduce particle effects. Particle effects can create visual clutter, especially during combat. Respawn could reduce the number of particle effects or make them less prominent to improve clarity. All right, pretty solid suggestion. Improve color contrast. Clearer color contrast can help distinguish enemies and other gameplay elements from the environment. Respawn could adjust the color palette or provide options to adjust color contrast. All right. Simplify environmental elements. Busy environments can contribute to visual clutter. Respawn could simplify or remove certain environmental elements to improve clarity. Add visual cues for abilities and items. Currently, there are some abilities and items in Apex Legends that can create visual clutter. Respawn could add visual cues that are clearer and more distinct to help players identify them. Okay. Provide options to disable certain visual elements. Respawn could provide players with options to disable certain visual elements such as weapon skins or certain effects to help reduce visual clutter and improve clarity. Okay. Monitor and adjust as necessary. Respawn should monitor player feedback and continue to adjust visual clutter as necessary to ensure that the game remains clear and enjoyable for all players. So, I know before we asked this question that we needed to phrase our question from the side of the dev team and not as an individual player. So I'm going to scroll back up top to our original question, which is how do you fix audio in Apex Legends? And we are going to how should the development team at Respawn fix audio in Apex Legends? Improve sound quality. Respawn could improve the overall sound quality of Apex Legends, which could make it easier for players to hear important audio cues like footsteps, gunshots, and ability sounds. I mean, that's clear. They could just improve it, right? But how do they improve it? Adjust the balance of different sounds. Respawn could adjust the balance of different sounds in Apex Legends, such as making footsteps louder or gunshots quieter, to help players more easily identify where sounds are coming from and react accordingly. Okay, that's pretty abundantly clear. Address audio issues and bugs. There have been reports of audio glitches and bugs in Apex Legends that can impact gameplay. Respawn could work to identify and address those issues to ensure that the game's audio is functioning as intended. Okay, solid advice. I hope there would be transparency about something like that, but I guess we need to find out some other day. Improve options for customization. Respawn could provide players with more options for customizing their audio settings, such as adjusting the volume of specific sounds or enabling surround sound. That is super interesting. That is actually a valuable. If you could increase like footstep audio and ability audio and then kind of crank everything else down individually to what you want to be hearing, that would be an amazing addition. Address potential positional audio issues. There have been reports of positional audio issues in Apex Legends where sounds can be difficult to localize in three-dimensional space. Respawn could work to address those issues to improve the accuracy of positional audio. I mean, I understand that this is a problem in all Battle Royale games where positional audio, like vertical or horizontal audio, is very difficult to detect. Like in Warzone, for example, the original Warzone, I don't know about the current one, I don't have it downloaded, but like you could hear footsteps very clearly in the vertical audio space. But horizontally, you'd get just like surprised by players that are full sprinting right next to you. So that's actually a very interesting point. So maybe the technology isn't there, but it would be very interesting to see sort of improvement in three-dimensional audio space. All right, last thing here. Monitor and adjust as necessary. Okay, so there's always a point when you mention a company that ChatGPT generates. And ChatGPT generates this response such that the company should monitor feedback. And then there's a summary of what it thinks Respawn could do at the very end. So that's very cool. All right, that concludes our video here. I appreciate your time. Hit that subscribe button if you made it all the way this far, and let me know what other questions you want me to ask ChatGPT about Apex Legends or other games. Let me know in the comments. Thank you again for stopping by. Peace.